Good morning, everybody. It is Malextra, and I am here with my coffee. Yeah, I should start some kind of coffee-themed series. I mean, I watch this guy called Mike Martins. He does like a lot of stuff about like real estate in Vancouver and things like that. And he has his own segment basically on his channel. It's called Morning Coffee with Mike. And I'm like addicted to it. Like I have been watching that for so long, and it's literally just like this guy like getting in his truck going to get coffee every morning. I don't know why. It's like I said in my vlog yesterday, I like when YouTube is a bit imperfect and a little bit disjointed on some channels because, and I'm not slagging his channel off, like he's got a lot of subscribers and that's awesome. I want my channel to be like that. Like I care more about putting out content consistently than I do about quality and, you know, having like big production budgets and things like that. Like this is like a social platform and like social interactions are not perfect, and I don't want to overthink it too much because when I overthink it, that's what stops me from putting out content. So even if I just take a few seconds of my day to like film a sit down video, or I just kind of chat about my day or what I'm planning to do, I kind of treat it like a diary, and I really like doing chats. So, and I know a lot of people like hearing chats because that's what I primarily watch on YouTube. So that's where I'm at with that. But yes, not morning coffee with Mel, but something coffee themed with Mel. I don't know, maybe midday coffee with Mel. Oh guys, I don't know. I gotta think up some stuff. So it's quarantine time for everyone all around the world, including you. I hope you're doing very well, and I hope your mental health is good. I know that at times like this it can get very stressful. Yeah, and I hope your physical health is good as well. I had to force myself to go outside today. Well, not force myself. I mean, I've really been reluctant to go outside, like I mentioned in my last vlog, and that's because I don't want to get it and bring it back to my parents who are older. That is something I just, the guilt and the anxiety around that. It's a little bit irrational. Like it's a valid point, but it's also like I've taken it to the extreme. So yeah, that's just been kind of bugging me. I mean, like they're still going out, like not like over the allowances and stuff. Like they're going out for their one exercise a day and like once a week to the shops basically. But I don't know. Is anyone else struggling with that? Like they don't want to bring back like coronavirus to loved ones, and it's not so much that you care about getting it yourself if you're younger, because it's probably not going to touch the sides if you're younger. I know some people who are younger do get it, but it's more an old person's problem. Yeah, comment below if you're like struggling with that, because I know it's definitely something that's been sort of driving me a bit mad lately. Yeah, I live on a particularly quiet street. I'm just like remembering this is something I have to talk about. I live on a very quiet street, and it's kind of on the edge of the town I live in. And there's like a few beauty spots up here. It's a nice area, and it's usually like just completely. My friend Jess, she calls it Wisteria Lane, like from Desperate Housewives. Like it's very manicured, and it's a nice part of town. It's lots of old people, usually just a little Sleepy Hollow. Oh my god. The past month, it has been like Piccadilly Circus. I'm not even lying, guys. Like, honestly, everyone is up here. Everyone, their kids, their mum, the sister, the brother-in-law, the uncle, the aunt, they are all up here. They are all up here. And, like, right next to my house is just, like, there's fields, because it's, like, on the edge of town. There's fields, and people are going up into the fields thinking it's going to be quiet. And it's like, no, you'd probably have more luck with not seeing people if you went into like the center of town at the moment, because everyone up here, I don't know, maybe it's just more apparent because I'm at home constantly, so I'm like, you know, you can see people at your window and it is more apparent. And I guess if you're allowed out for exercise once a day, people are like walking around the whole of town because it's only a small town. And like I'm not blaming these people or anything, I'm not complaining about it. It's just like it's weird to see so many people up here when you've lived here basically all your life, apart from like when I moved to Canada for a few years. But I grew up here, and like it's never been this busy. It's bizarre, honestly. Like, wow. So yeah, that's something weird that I'm like adjusting to, and it's like I can hear people outside, and I'm just like, what? This is brand new. But yeah. What else do I have to talk about? On my list of things to do today, including getting outside, which was particularly nice because I went to a little secret spot that not a lot of people know about, so there's no one there. it's a good thing about growing up in a small town and knowing like all the nooks and crannies of the places. So I went to my little quiet spot, so that was really nice. But on my other list of things to do today is definitely to work on my social media, like videography kind of resume. I don't know. At the moment, I really like my job. Like, I'm in Northallerton, and it's only a temporary job, and they know this, and oh my god, like, they're great. Like, I love them. But I mentioned to them, like, when I go back to Canada, because they know I'm going back, I'd like to get into, like, digital marketing and things. So I've already had a bit of experience with that, and it's on my resume, but, like, I need to just sort of bulk up my CV with stuff. So I'm gonna take this time to basically like add skills to my resume. Like do like I'm gonna look at like jobs in Vancouver that are for digital marketing and see like what they want. Like in terms of like programs and experience and like qualifications, and I'm gonna just sort of like try and get a holistic idea of what most places want and then kind of like reverse engineer it. So like if they want a certain amount of experience, like intermediate skills in like After Effects, I'm just going to do like some After Effects trials and then I can put that on my resume. Like if I feel like the more prepared I am for it, like one, the more chance of getting a job, but like even after that it's like you've still got to do the job. So it's like I want to be like really, really good at something, if you know what I mean. I don't know if anyone else struggles with this, like finding one thing to be really good at instead of just like being all ADD in your brain, like going all over the place. I know I am a bit guilty of that, but hey, that's who I am. So that's one thing I'm doing currently during quarantine. I'm just sort of like doing some research, doing my market research basically on jobs, and yeah, just sort of like working it backwards from there. You gotta do what you can. I mean, I'm not working at the moment. Like I should be back at work on the 11th of May, but we'll just see what the government says. Like I'll be working from home, so that's good. Because even once this is done, I don't think people are going to want to go back to work. Like, even, like, who's going to be the first man to step outside his house, like, willingly? Do you know what I mean? Like, if this once Rishi Sunak is like, he's our MP, by the way. He literally just got elected, like, MP, like, a couple of years ago. I've seen him in town doing a shopping, saw him outside Card Factory, that's my claim to fame. He's literally like brand new kid on the block, and then he gets promoted to Chancellor of the Exchequer, and then suddenly, like, what, 2 months later, coronavirus hits? God bless that man. Like, he must be going through it. Do you know, it's really interesting because I got invited to like a party type thing at the Conservative, like, I don't know what it's called, like the Conservative party, like dinner, like something around here where it's like, because our constituency is Conservative, like I don't really identify with that party, but like it was like a dinner, so like I did think about it because I was like, tickets are like cheap and you just get to like hobnob and like see who's there. Anyway, it was like a quiz as well. I got invited to go to that, and I didn't actually end up going because it's me. It's like, yeah, I'll do it, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. But he was there, and he was like chatting to my parents and stuff, so I was literally like, I should have gone, and I should have just, because I would have probably, I don't know if he sat next to him, but they definitely like had a chat with him, but I should have gone, should have like had a chat with him, and then like 2 weeks later coronavirus hits, and he's like on the telly all the time. Oh my god, it's weird like how like stuff happens. Anyway, bizarre. What a strange time to be alive, guys. I don't even know like how this has happened. Not that anyone else does, but it was like my friend Jess made a really good point where she was like, the amount of people who were just like getting their life back on track and then like suddenly coronavirus hits. She said like she's had, because I was telling her about something like particularly bad that's been like happening to me at the moment, like in the midst of all this. And she was like, honestly, Mel, like I cannot tell you like how many people I know that have said like their life was just about to get started, that had a really shit time of it, and like they were finally like getting up on their feet, and then suddenly like corona hits and like bam, all their plans are like thrown into the lube. Like it's ridiculous. So I feel like this is maybe just like, I don't know, it's one of them, it's just, I don't know. Because this was like a fear. I was like, okay, I'm on track, like, I've managed to snag this second visa, that's awesome. Like, I'm paying for it, I managed to get a job, I'm getting a job that I like and I can get experience, sorry about the hair mouth, I'm getting like experience in something I actually like doing and I want to do for a job. And I was like, but there's always this like horrible voice in the back of my mind that's like doubting and nagging, and it's literally like, I have to like ignore it. I have to really make a point to ignore it all the time because it's always there, and it's like, nah, not for you. You ain't gonna achieve that. Like, no, like even though everything's going well, like bad things are gonna happen. And like I have to be like, that's anxiety, that's bullshit. Like ignore. But literally this time it's like boom. But even so, I am still trying to ignore it. It's like, this is only temporary. It's not forever, but it is literally kind of like my worst fear. Like every country in the world closes its borders basically, including Canada, and it's like, I can't go there. What the? Oh. When you're doing like immigration stuff, that's always a fear. It's like, if you're like really invested in like world travel, you're like, oh my god, what if I like got banned from a country and then like I couldn't travel anywhere else because they're funny about letting people in who've been like banned from other countries. And like, it was like, I don't know, like you always have that fear whenever you're like doing paperwork, because you're like, what if I do something wrong or make a mistake and then like I get banned and then I can't go anywhere, and then I'm like stuck in England or like your home country of wherever you don't want to be. And basically, although I haven't been banned from Canada like forever, like because everyone's been banned at the moment, everyone's got a 30-day travel ban or whatever, it's literally just like, it's kind of like all the fears you have like coming true. It's pretty scary. Anyway, yeah, I miss Canada. I miss Eric. I miss my house that I'm supposed to be moving into. I should be buying furniture right now, and I literally said to him the other day, I was like, had this not all happened, we would be starting like our 30-day countdown for me coming back. Like I was supposed to move in on June the 6th. That's when I was scheduled to like get my visa processed, which hasn't happened yet because all the visa offices are shutting down for like IEC stuff. So that sucks. But yeah, I was like, I said to him the other day, oh, because it's like a Saturday and it's like a month away, this would be probably the day I'd be like getting a train ticket to Middlesbrough to go to Primark and just like fill up on like bikinis and stuff, and like, no, it's like, no, not for you, not yet. Yeah, so that's fun. I'm also really like, I'm just trying to like keep my weight down at the moment. That's a hard thing to do. I reckon everybody else is struggling with that at the moment as well, because it's like, you can't really go out much, but you know, I'm doing all right. I'm honestly like, I have to like pinch myself sometimes and remember like, I'm not overweight anymore. I mean, like, I'm not like obese anymore. Overweight is different because it's like, I'm quite muscular, but my BMI is basically in the healthy range. It might be at the top end of the healthy range, but it's healthy. I'm sitting somewhere around maybe like 11 stone at the moment, maybe a little lower, maybe a couple of pounds heavier, but 11 stone. And that's incredible. Like I would have, if you'd have told me this time last year that right now I would be 11 stone, I'd have looked at you like you were mad. Like I've not weighed this since I was like 20. I can't believe I was 14 stone 10 at one point. I was 205 pounds. What the fuck? It was ridiculous. God, yeah. So I've come a long way. So if I gain like a pound or two, I'm not that bothered. As long as I'm like in the like sort of mid to low 11s or below, it's fine. But yeah, I have to keep pinching myself, because it's like, if I beat myself up for gaining like 2 pounds during a pandemic when I'm like 11 stone, like what's wrong with you? You were 14 stone 10. You were like too big for your height. And like, I'm not slamming anyone who's 14 stone 10. Like whatever, weight can be lost, weight can be gained. If you're happy with that, if it looks right on you, it's all different. But for me, that was way too heavy. It wasn't right on me. I've never weighed that much. It was too much. So it's really weird, like, that I'm stressing out about that. It just seems like such a non-problem. Like if I gain like a pound, like just deal with it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining about that. I'm gonna go and finish off my coffee, and we can have a chat again soon. I don't know if I should like go live on here at some point. I feel like a live conversation might be better, because it's still, even after years of like doing this, it still feels weird just like talking to the camera, because it's like you can't talk back to me. I know I talk a lot, so it's hard to like gauge when I'm like talking too much, but I guess if no one else is there, then like why does it matter? So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I am gonna be back again tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you, there's someone outside my house. I thought it was my dad. People chatting outside my house. Okay. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you stay safe. I hope your family is safe. I hope you are in the best of health, and yeah, we'll talk again tomorrow. So don't forget to comment below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Tell your friends about me, give me a shout out on Twitter, whatever you want. Like, I'm gonna be here every day, like just talking, so like I hope someone else is on the other end of that. Let me know if you want me to talk about anything in particular, because I will chat about anything, quite honestly, and you can hear my opinions and my views on it, and yeah, I won't really hold back. So, alright, see you again soon, and goodbye.